Good morning, guys. So something I wanted to start doing is to go live multiple times a week, just giving you little tips, short videos, little tips that can help you propel your business forward. So something I realized last night that I do all the time that really I feel, and actually he talks about it in High Performance Habits as well, but I feel that sets me apart when it comes to reaching my goals, when it comes to reaching my fitness goals, nutrition goals, business goals, is that I don't leave things up to chance. And something as we're reading in High Performance Habits is that, hi Jamie, sorry, I said hi and then I lose my train of thought. That's why when I do live videos, I can't talk to people. Hi, Gail. So in High Performance Habits, he talks about it, and a lot of you are moms, so I'm going to talk about that. When you're a mom, you want to be a good mom. Your baby's crying, you change their diaper, you feed them, whatever they need, right? You're taking care of that because it's necessity. You feel the need to do that. However, when it comes to reaching your own goals, you don't treat your own goals as necessity. You don't have a high level of necessity around them. So something actually that I do is my goals are necessity. Just like you change your kids' diapers or feed them when they're hungry, you want to be a good mom. I treat my goals the same way. So something I do that you all can start doing today is every morning or night, schedule it out whenever works for you, right before you go to bed. You want to have something that's a trigger. And what I do is I actually do it the night before. I write my goals out in the morning, but the night before I close down from getting offline, getting away from my computer, is I write down everything that I need to accomplish the next day. And I write down how long that is going to take me and when I'm going to get that done. And I always did this because when I first started working, when I first started coaching, I was working full-time in the financial industry, and I was also training for an Ironman. So my schedule was super busy. I had to get up at 4 a.m. to get in a 2-hour workout before going to work. I would work all day, full-time job, get off work, and then have to get in another 2 to 3 hour workout in the evening. So my workout schedules were crazy. I couldn't just leave a 3-hour workout up to chance. 5 hours of workouts a day. I couldn't just say, I'll fit it in tomorrow. I had to schedule those things out. So when it came to my business, the things that were super important for me every day, one, I could drink my Shakeology while I was at work. I did personal development to and from work, driving to and from work. I had a 30-minute commute. Even if you have a 5 or 10-minute commute, you can get in personal development. So I got in audios, national wake-up calls, listened to them on my phone. And then when it came to adding people to my network, inviting people, I had to schedule out those times when I would do those things for the next day so that nothing was up to chance. And sure, there were going to be times that things were thrown my way, but that just meant that was still on my list to get done today. It just might be at 9:30 at night or 10 o'clock at night right before I go to bed for 10 minutes. So I didn't go to bed without getting 3 things that I needed to accomplish to get closer to my goals done. And I got a message this morning from a coach, and she said she hadn't done any of her business building activities for the last 5 days. She wants to grow this business. If you haven't shown up for your business for the last 5 days, that's okay. You're just a hobby coach. And there's nothing wrong with that. You can be a discount coach and just love the community and work on your fitness and nutrition goals. And that doesn't make you wrong. That's amazing. If that makes you happy and that fills your cup and that's what you want, that's awesome. I love it. But so many of you want more. So many of you want to earn $250 a month, $500 a month, $750 a month, $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, something extra to change your life so you're not struggling financially. Maybe you want to save money for a house. For Paul and I, that was huge. When we got started in this business, I didn't have Stella. I didn't have boxers. And my big thing was I wanted a boxer. We lost all of our boxers when I was a little girl. All 5 of them, we had to find homes for them when my parents divorced, and we had to move into low-income apartments. So part of my dream was I wanted a boxer. My babies that sit with me every single day and I get to be home with them, that really was my dream. And we couldn't do it renting, so we needed to buy a house, and we were living in San Luis Obispo, where they didn't allow you to have dogs in the house. If you're renting, they just didn't allow you to have dogs. They'd allow you small ones, not a big dog, not a medium-sized dog. So that's what our focus was to save money for a down payment so that we could get our first house. And I was living paycheck to paycheck and had for years, barely able to pay my student loans. So how was I going to fit my goals in every day? And so that's what I did. Every night, I would write down the things that I needed to get done the next day. And then every morning, I would write down my goals. So not the action items I needed to get done to get closer to them, but my goals so that I would remember why I was doing all those action items. You know, one big goal that I have this year is I want to help 10 coaches, 10 personally sponsored coaches get to $1,000 a month or more. And I had another coach yesterday ask me a question, so I wanted to cover that as well. And he said, I need to make a car payment. What do I have to do to make a car payment? Thank you, Daniela. That makes me feel so good about my hair because I actually don't like my short hair. I really miss my long hair. And so I've been feeling like a boy and kind of like insecure about it. So I appreciate that. So he asked, how can I make my car payment? And I said, is $250, is that enough to make your car payment? And he said, yeah, that's great. Like, what do I need to do? And so I told him for $250, to earn $250, you need to help 5 people get started with the annual All Access and Shakeology or annual All Access and Performance line pack. So one of those packs will give you $50 of income per person. You help 5 people get started on their fitness journey, help them change their life, and you earn $250 in income. 5 people times $50 per pack is $250 in income. He's like, okay, I think I can do that. I'm gonna go find 5 people who need my help. And so for me, it's those goals that I write down in the morning that help me stay focused on those action items. And so that goal that I have of helping 10 people get to over $1,000 a month, that doesn't happen immediately. Sure, some people will. I earned over $1,000 by my 3rd month in the business. Some coaches are going to take 6 to 12 months to get there just because they have to figure out what those vital behaviors look like for them. They have to get more consistent. And the best way to get more consistent at those things is to track them. My personally sponsored coaches that are brand new in this business, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months in, the ones that are tracking, every week they're making progress, they're getting better. They're able to connect with more people, add more people to their network, invite more people. They're doing those important things, those vital behaviors more consistently than those people who aren't tracking, but they're also getting better. You know, when they first start, they send me their tracker and it's a bunch of zeros. And then they realize, oh yeah, I need to get better next week at posting to social media. I need to get better next week at reaching out and inviting people. And the next week they send me their tracker and it's a little bit better. And the next week it's a little bit better. And every week they're making progress. And you know, maybe it starts out their first month is helping 1 person. And then their second month they help 2. And then by their 3rd month, they're helping 3. And they realize what that takes. And by their 4th month, they're helping 4. And then they're consistently helping 4 people every single month and earning, you know, $200, $250, $500 once they start getting residuals every single month because they've stuck with those vital behaviors consistently. But if you don't know why you're showing up for those action items, if you don't remind yourself of those goals, if you don't know when you're going to get those things done every single day, your life will own you. Your day will own you. You won't own your day. You won't own your life. Like everything around you will be running your life and your day. You're not the one in control. And so for me, I see it's so the one thing that he shared in High Performance Habits was that we have so many things that are a necessity, right? If we have a job and we're getting paid an hourly wage or a salary or whatever it is, we go into that job, we show up, because if we don't show up, we get fired. If we have kids, we change their diapers, we feed them because we want to be a good parent. We show up for them because it's necessity. We have to. A lot of moms will say when they're a new mom, they don't know what they're doing and they just have to figure it out. And that's the same way for this business. But if you don't make your goals a necessity, you most of the time you're just going to turn into a hobby coach. And like I said at the beginning, if that's what you want, if you want to be a hobby coach and just dabble in it, that's totally okay. Nothing wrong with that. But as I'm reading High Performance Habits, the one thing I've noticed is that he says in here, and I forget which chapter it is, but he talks about, I think I just lost it. I just lost my chapter. He talks about dabblers And he talks about how people, most people dabble in something, and as soon as a struggle comes their way, they quit, they give up. And then there's a few that are a little bit more than dabblers, and same thing, they make it through a few more struggles than the dabblers, but they also give up. Novices are interested and they want to develop some expertise. They jump in a little bit deeper than dabblers, but they stop at obstacles because they don't have their identity in the fight. Like, it's necessity for me to reach my goals. It's necessity for me to have a different life than the normal. It's necessity for me not to want to be mediocre and like everybody else. And then he goes on to talk about amateurs and players and then high performers. And I always want to be a high performer. And anybody can be. That's what I love about it. Anybody can be a high performer. They have to make that decision. And part of that decision is knowing those goals that you're going to get done every single day, or those action items that are going to get you closer to your goals. That to-do list that's going to get you closer to your goals. When are you doing those things every single day? And what are your goals? So to stay focused on that, that's what I do. Every morning I write out my goals. Why am I doing this? What is the thing that I'm shooting for? What is important to me? And then every night I write out the list that I need to get done for the next day, so that when I wake up, I'm not just like randomly answering messages on Facebook and randomly commenting and liking. Like, I know that I'm going to go in and get this X amount of invites done. I'm going to connect with X amount of people. I'm going to follow up with people. Like, I have my list written out of everything that needs to get done for the day. And I even kind of start projecting forward. So like right now I have what needs to get done today, what needs to get done tomorrow, and then a few things that I want to work on Friday. If I get through that list, if I'm ahead, I'll go on to Thursday or Friday to get myself closer to my goals at a faster rate. Anyways, I hope that helps you guys. Love it, Brianne. Figure it out, right? Moms figure it out when they have kids. This business is the exact same way. But the other thing that I think that holds a lot of people back is they want that immediate gratification. And everybody's journey is different. I've seen coaches, Jessie Smith Olson's a perfect example. I think she was a year in and showing up, earning Success Club every single month. And she was an Emerald coach a year in and earning about $800 a month. And then by her second year, she was earning, $1,000 a week or something like $4,000 a month. I can't even remember the story, so I probably got it wrong. But we all progress at different rates. One of my dearest friends, Dara, is a 15-star diamond coach. It took her 2.5 years to get to diamond, and then another 2.5 years to get to superstar diamond. Can you imagine if she gave up because it took her 2.5 years to get to diamond? It took her 2.5 years to figure those things out. She showed up consistently every single day doing the vital behaviors. Now, it wasn't that she was just dabbling. A lot of you will dabble for 2.5 years and not get to diamond and then think this business doesn't work. But the truth is you didn't work it. Like, you have an opportunity, an avenue in front of you to make all of your dreams come true, but are you really showing up for them? Because if you're not, you don't deserve to reach your dreams. You just don't. And that's how this works. Like, if you really want something more, you have to do something more. So I hope you guys all have a great day. I'm going to try to be going live more often to just give you tips and conversations that I've had with coaches behind the scenes to make sure you guys are getting some of the behind the scenes conversations and training and mentorship that I do with my personally sponsored coaches publicly in our team page. Anyways, love you guys. Have a great day. And I hope you guys use these tips to rock out your goals and your dreams.